Mike, your thoughts on this 3-1 win over Ferris State as you close out the first round playoff series with the Bulldogs?
Battle. That last one's always the hard one to win when you're in a series. And as you know, Bob Daniels' team, they're not going to go away. I was glad that we ended up having a better start than we did the night before. We're able to get to a lead, extend it, and then they score a power play goal. And I thought we managed the last 4 or 5 minutes pretty well. I didn't think they got a lot of looks. And at this time of the year, it's win and move on. So I just thought it was a battle all weekend, and I don't think it's going to be any different moving forward, but very glad that we're moving on into Friday's games.
Just a reminder, use the chat feature to ask your questions here. We'll ask about, again, the continued offensive production from Walker Dewar, another goal for Walker to get things going today, and just continued growth in his offensive game. Really, Mike, is he noticeable out there, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, he has been. And if you look at him through, the weekend, I thought him, Jared Spooner, and it was a really nice pass, I thought, from Shane McMahon, who I think that's 3 games in a row for points for Shane. Again, just a real honest, heavy line. And yeah, Walker's providing consistency. He's providing physicality. I'm happy the way he's playing and actually how that entire line competed all weekend.
0-0 after the first period you play, but you did outshoot them 14-6 in that first period. How much emphasis was there on going to the net and trying to make plays in traffic?
Yeah, you know what? I thought we could have made a few more, but I did think we were harder. I thought we were more convicted to both ends of the rink for the first 20 minutes. I thought he played well. We got a few people in front of him, not enough, and came out of there with zeros. And again, we at this time of the year, you got to stay on it and you got to stick with it. And I thought that was a real important piece for us to find a way to get it done.
Jared Spooner challenged the guys after last night's game. Do you feel they responded to that?
I do. I thought, like I said, I thought the guys were engaged and we got off to a good start, just didn't have a lot to show for it. Had some good looks, some good opportunities. Smitty had a good look. That line, I thought, played better. We're trying to move some pieces around to see if we get some consistency offensively, with Reggie Lutz being out of the lineup. And, some of it worked, some of it didn't. So we're still a work in progress.
Along those lines, specifically, it says Morton's line seemed to give you a boost early. What would you like specifically about that line?
Well, you know what? They complement each other pretty well. You've got a couple of hard bookends there with 22 Dallas Girads. And, one guy that's game that is just continuing to grow, I think, is Ryan Sandelin. He's finding a way to get on some power play time. He's finding a way to kill penalties for us. He's just consistency. He's trustable. He's a guy that we can lean on. And when you look at Morton scoring the goal that he scored, he's really grown his defensive game, I think, as far as a center. And we ended up, the one line that they had, their top unit, I thought, had a really good night against us. And towards the middle of the third period, I wanted to try and get a different mix, and Morton's the line that we put out against them. And it's just the trust that I have in him because there's really good balance. Mo's got a great hockey head, and the other two are real hard.
I want to ask you about your Jake Livingstone, Reese Smolik defensive pairing on the ice for all 3 of the goals for your team tonight, and then Livingstone gets the empty net goal. And I'm not going to say Jake's been overlooked. He was on the all-rookie team, Mike, but he's had a great year, hasn't he, in his first year with the team? And of course, Reese continues to play well here in his senior season.
Yeah, Reese has been a great mentor for Jake, and Jake's, I thought this weekend was a real step for Jake because, and I'm not talking the offensive side, he had to defend hard and against a group that continued to come. And I thought he handled that very well. I think of the one in the neutral zone where he'd struggled with speed a couple of different times and had gotten beaten outside, and he didn't let it happen tonight. So I like where he's going. We're going to need him to continue that.
Question about Reggie Lutz and about how he's progressing, and you think he'll be available for next weekend?
Yeah, he's in a pretty good spot right now. We were being cautious. I just know that everything's kind of day to day. when it comes to what he's dealing with. So we're going to just continue to hope that that progress goes step by step throughout the week and get him back on the ice as early as possible.
How great is it going to be to have the WCHA, I guess, Final Four in some respects here next weekend, not only for the program, but for the community?
Well, we hope that we can, be gracious hosts from the idea of making sure that we provide an environment that's beneficial to everybody that's here, show the league what Mankato and the surrounding areas are about. It's been an unbelievable place for myself and our family for the last 9 years. So hopefully we can, make sure everybody gets here healthy and stays healthy throughout the duration. We've got some work to do this week as a club, and we're going to take tomorrow off and get right back at it when we get together on Monday.
A final question, Mike, regarding the 20 wins. You hit the 20 win milestone again, and in this crazy year we've had here with the pandemic, what kind of achievement and what kind of pride do you take in not only hitting that milestone, but the consistency of the program? You've done it every year during your time here in charge of the program.
Well, it's a number that when I first got here, you talk about trying to win 20 games every year and putting together a book of business that gives you the opportunity to play in the national tournament. And we're still going through that process. But it's, sometimes it's about getting the job done, and it doesn't always have to be pretty. And I thought, as it usually is at this time of the year, it's hard. And this weekend was hard, but we found a way to get it done, and I'm proud of the guys and looking forward to what we're going to start on Monday.